A very good evening and thank you for joining us on BeeTv Major News at 6, reaching you live from Benin City, the Edo State capital. I am Evelyn Izibili, and now to the news in details. A prominent chief in Benin Kingdom, Chief Emmanuel Iyase, has been honored and conferred with a title as the Okoa by His Royal Majesty Oba Ewaire II, the Oba of Benin. BeeTv News Freeman Osawe, who covered the ceremony, reports that representatives from the Benin monarch conferred the title on Chief Emmanuel Iyase as his residence to the admiration of family members, friends, and political associates. The report is presented by Best Orator. Amen.
It was a moment of celebration at the residence of Chief Emmanuel Iyase following his conferment as the Okao to the palace of the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Omonobanejo Ukwu-Apolokpolo Ewaire II CFR. The monarch, who was represented by Palace Chief, said Chief Emmanuel Iyase has been remembered by the monarch for his stewardship and contributions to the advancement of Benin culture and tradition, and as such, the Oba of Benin found him worthy of the honor. The title conferment, which began with the breaking of the kola nuts, followed as special prayers offered for Chief Emmanuel Iyase and his household by the representatives of the palace before the adornment of the royal beads and orue on him to symbolize the new title status.
Oh, Ima Iyase, Eva, Ima Iyase, Okao.
Moments after the conferment of the title, Chief Emmanuel Iyase, accompanied by friends and well-wishers, was led on a street walk as part of the Benin custom and tradition to celebrate the new attained traditional status. In an interview with BeeTv News, some well-wishers of the celebrants, who include Mr. Eric Usawao, Frank Ogesoba, His Royal Highness Festus Usagede, the Enogi of Igogi, Chief Osamuyi Isele, Eribo of Udo, appreciated the Benin monarch Oba Ewaire II for the recognition of Chief Emmanuel Iyase and for finding him worthy of the title. They also congratulated the new Okao for the title and wished him well.
I am glad to be here because our son has been confirmed as the Okao. I'm very glad. That's why I'm here. And I want to give kudos to the Oba of Benin for confirming him unique title. I'm glad.
The Oba gave him a title today. So when he celebrates it, that is when we will now know the title name.
The Okao is a highly respected title in Benin Kingdom. And Oba have blessed our brother, our friend Emmanuel Iyase as the Okao of Ologbo and Neho. We are very happy to celebrate with him.
Oba has given him the title of Okao, Nokegwari, which is a very sensitive and important position in Benin Kingdom. So I think it's something to be joyful about, and we thank the Oba of Benin for giving one of us, for elevating one of us with such a title.
Meanwhile, the wife of the celebrant, Mrs. Mandalin Iyase, and daughter Abiyayiwa also spoke with BeeTv News.
As you can see, we are all happy. It's by the grace of God. It's not easy. You understand? On Monday, we'll be at the palace to finish the thanking and whatever, you understand. And everybody is so happy.
I feel grateful, I feel happy because I feel it was something that we have been expecting, and I'm happy that he finally got this position, this chieftaincy title. I'm grateful to God, and I'm also grateful to the Oba of Benin. I'm grateful, yes.
The ceremony was graced by friends, family members, and other well-wishers. With the conferment of Okao title on Chief Emmanuel Iyase, the Oba of Benin, His Royal Majesty Oba II is now expected to assign him with portfolio of the community he will oversee. Best Orator reporting for BeeTv News.
Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Nyesom Wike, led a delegation of Abuja residents to the presidential villa on Sunday to pay Salah homage to President Bola Tinubu. The Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, and other prominent FCT indigenes were also present at the Salah homage. BeeTv News' Harmony Agbafor completes the report.
This is another first for President Bola Tinubu, hosting FCT residents to a Salah homage. So too for the FCT Minister Nyesom Wike, who led the delegation. Supposedly a homage to the president, but the host decided to make it a show of his landlord, the FCT Minister.
A master of infrastructure.
Based on his personal conviction, President Bola Tinubu appointed the former River State Governor, a member of his cabinet from the opposition, and still less than 2 years in office. President Tinubu expressed satisfaction in the ability of the FCT minister to implement the renewed hope agenda for development in the territory, leading to improvements in socio-economic life.
And everything started changing rapidly. And I started looking at the opening up of the rural areas, of abandoned projects, and the residence of the vice president that has been abandoned for years came alive. The health centers are being rehabilitated. We are living at peace. The security is improving.
Highlighting how the removal of FCT administration from the Treasury's single account is facilitating the rapid developments being witnessed in the territory, President Tinubu recounted the humorous exchange between him and the minister of the matter.
He came up with a lot of good ideas. I remember the day Nyesom Wike came to me and said, please take us out of this problem of TSA so that I can do more work and achieve more. And I said, okay, show me what you're about to do. And he presented himself. And I threw in my own political jibe. Say, will that give me any opportunity for my party to win election in I say, I know where you are coming from, your own party or my party. But if this thing goes too much in your own favor, you will lose your job.
For President Tinubu to mark another year in office.
To approach the second anniversary of the administration, we're excited about the array of impactful projects that we have lined up for commissioning. These projects designed to improve infrastructure, economic opportunities, and overall quality of life stand as evidence to the administration's commitment to national development.
The residents took turns to keep memory of this day with the president. Harmony Agbafor reporting for BeeTv News.
The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has urged the commanders of the various army formations in the country to collaborate with relevant security agencies in their respective domains to tackle insecurity. The COA Corps has gave the charge at the opening ceremony of a 4-day First Senior Commander Leadership Seminar in Lafia, the capital of Nasarawa State. The seminar, which was organized by the Nigerian Army for Special Forces, Command of the Nigerian Army, Duma, was tagged Enhancing Operational Level Command and Leadership Within a Joint Environment.
I must say that this seminar is timely, as it will afford the participants ample opportunity to share experiences, appraise and recommend appropriate measures on the operational level command and leadership skills in the joint security environment. Let me take the liberty of this occasion to re-echo the commitment of our administration towards making Nasarawa State free of any form of security threats.
About 400 youths and women farmers have been empowered with farming inputs to enhance and encourage them in their farming activities. The program was part of the efforts of the Nigerian First Lady, Oluremi Tinubu, through her Renewed Hope initiative.
The Renewed Hope initiative aims to drive economic growth, improve living standards, and foster national development through collective effort and community engagement. The initiative also has its tentacles in agriculture, and this empowerment program for about 400 students and women farmers in Ekiti State.
I want to appreciate you, and I want to thank once again our dear mother, the mother of the nation, Mami Oluremi Tinubu, a passionate woman for the welfare of every Nigerian, for our unwavering support for our women, children, youth, and aged of our dear nation.
Key players said the Renewed Hope initiative is addressing present challenges and empowering key demographics across the country.
The Renewed Hope initiative, championed by Her Excellency, the First Lady of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Distinguished Senator Oluremi Tinubu, demonstrates the federal government commitment to supporting agricultural projects that empower our youth.
God will continue to bless you. You are a mother indeed. You want everywhere in Ekiti to be food secure, so that Aleka Sunkarun Jeje ni Ekiti. And that's been our plan from the beginning. No farmers, please, we don't want it to be sold. We want you to utilize it.
As the initiative continues to evolve and expand, residents say it is supposed to make more profound impact on Nigerian socio-economic landscape. They describe the Renewed Hope initiative as a testament to the power of collective action and community-driven development, offering a promising pathway towards a brighter, more prosperous future for all Nigerians. Esohe Osemeki, reporting for BeeTv News.
Rising insecurity in Nigeria, some residents in Benin City have called for the installation of CCTV cameras in homes, organizations, government institutions, and other public spaces to enhance safety and security. BeeTv News' Osarigwe Agwebo reports that the residents also urged the government to subsidize the cost of CCTV cameras, making them affordable for the average citizen.
The closed-circuit television CCTV cameras are video cameras that transmit signals to a specific monitor for security, monitoring, and surveillance purposes. They are installed in strategic locations, often near the roof of ceilings of buildings. Amidst the rising insecurity in the country, some residents in Benin City said there is need for the government to look into installation of the CCTV cameras in public spaces, as they highlighted several security benefits, such as deterring potential criminals from committing crimes and help security personnel in identifying areas where crimes are being committed. They noted that many Western countries have minimized insecurity in their country by leveraging the CCTV cameras and urged Nigeria to adopt same.
I think if not for the affordability, I would have advised that every home or every shop, every corner will have it, because it's very, very vital. You know, in other climate where things are done properly, you see some of these things in the streets, in the creeks, everywhere, so that one will drastically reduce the crime rate in the society. It's very, very important. And if all these unscrupulous elements are aware that this is TV, they are everywhere. You know, they will be restrained. They'll have this restraint of committing crime or going to do things that are not legal in the society. I think for me, basically, it's a good idea if possible. Let everyone, I have it, you know, let everyone try and have it, whether in the shop, your offices, at every important junction.
Food at home is very good. I think it can reduce the crime in Nigeria. When someone is coming to your house now and they see CCTV on your in where you visit, then I think the thing will make him like it to be afraid. If he wanted to do anything bad, I think he will not do that again. So I think it's very good for you to have a CCTV at home. If they can do it like that, I think it can reduce all those crime, like it can reduce stealing. And in a community that they see that, in a community, you came to steal there, and you see a CCTV camera, I think they cannot be able to steal again.
Pursuing a boy is like a local something. Putting CCTV, when somebody beat a traffic, not to disrupt yourself, I think the best thing is just look your CCTV, check the vehicle number. From there you can track the vehicle very easy. Not to pushing the bus, it will cause another thing, maybe like an accident or something you don't even expect that to.
The resident also pointed out of the affordability of the CCTV cameras and urged the federal government to subsidize the cost, making them affordable for the average citizen to install in their homes and communities.
For now, it's not really within the reach of the common man. You know, it's not like, you know, we know way back where you have a network, it was so high, but later reduced. I think if the government can, if not subsidize it, but can bring it down or do something about so that the price will be relatively okay for everyone to afford. I can't readily tell you the amount now because it varies, and I'm not in that position to start advertising for them as well. So it's a matter of the government. If they are really sincere in curbing crime,
and that's where government will come in to subsidize so that a common person can afford it.
It is hoped that the government at all levels will pay attention to the suggestions of the respondents and prioritize the installation of CCTV cameras to enhance security in the country. Osarugi Agwebo reporting for BeeTv News.
As the first quarter of 2025 ends today, March 31st, some respondents in Benin City have shared their achievements made in the first quarter of the year, outlined on their New Year resolution. BeeTv News' Osarigwe Agwebo reports that while a majority of respondents who spoke with BeeTv News said they have made significant achievements, others admitted that they have not achieved anything meaningful since the start of the year.
It is somebody that is alive that can achieve something. And yeah, some of my aims, projections and targets, I've been able to achieve some of them.
At the end of every year, people often write down their plans and expectations for the upcoming year, outlining their vision, aspirations, goals, and accomplishments they hope to achieve, which are commonly called New Year's resolutions. Today is the 31st of March, which marks the end of the first quarter of the year 2025. BeeTv News Crew interviewed some respondents in Benin City about their achievements made since the start of the year. While a majority of the respondents said they have made significant achievements, some others said they have not achieved anything meaningful, pointing out the current economic reality as a major challenge.
Friday for the traditional, Saturday for the whites, then Sunday for the Thanksgiving. So by the grace of God, that's an achievement. At least we've done most of the preparations and we're in the marriage week now. So that's one of the achievements for this year.
If you save 2024, planning you want to use the what you saved 2024 to invest this year, you discover that what you save is not even enough to invest on your plans this year. So that is why I have not achieved what I have planned for. At least I was thinking I will be able to complete some of my projects. I know that, but things change. The prices of a lot of things change. Like bag of cement. At last year, bag of cement was about 6,400, 7,500. But today, a bag of cement is 9,800. So a lot of things change. So we have to hold on until the economy is a little bit good before we can start our investments and all that.
I see thank God for everything. Yeah. But to be sincere with you, this year has not been easy. For me, as a person, I don't know about others. Things have been so tough, everything so expensive. Initially, I used to at least support myself with the sum of 10,000 naira for some food items. But now, my dear, It's not something I will start saying here.
The respondents, who said they have made achievements in the first quarter of the year, credited their success to determination, vision, and God's help, and encouraged others not to be discouraged, but to remain determined and always put their hope in God.
You must have your own personal drive now. You know, human being, we are insatiable now. If we pray, if we plan for one thing, before you know, if you achieve that one, definitely another one will be coming. That is one thing. That zeal to make sure you meet up, your mate did not pass you, must be there.
If they have achieved, and you are asking me in person, what have I achieved? If I have fulfilled, by the special grace of God, I have achieved for the first quarter of the year what I really request from God. It's not by manpower, but by God power, because what I really request for, I committed them to God, and God helped me to achieve them, which I hopefully also believe that before the end of the year, God will help me to achieve the rest of it. Part of it, which is the early, what I wrote down, part of it, I have achieved it.
It is somebody that is alive that can achieve something. And some of my aims, projections, and targets, I've been able to achieve some of them. But there are some which I have not been able to do, but I still trust God that this year I'll be able to achieve them. Number one, I'm a pastor. Some of the targets I have for the church, like infrastructural development, we have started it and we'll complete it. Today, we'll complete that one today. Personally, some business I want to start, I was able to get the funds to start the business.
However, as the second quarter of the year begins tomorrow, April 1st, Nigerians have been advised to keep hope alive and hold on to their New Year's resolutions. With Sarogi Agbebo reporting for BeeTv News.
Governor of Imo State, Hope Uzodinma, says government doesn't take part in the selection process of traditional rulers, as it's purely the affairs of communities. He said this while officially presenting staff of office to 66 traditional rulers across various autonomous communities at Government House of Owerri, the Imo State capital. BeeTv News Gift Uwangboy has the details.
Inside the executive chambers, the atmosphere is filled with anticipation. Seated here are 66 newly chosen traditional rulers waiting for the official moment that seals their authority. The presentation of their staff of office, one by one, the traditional rulers step forward, each receiving their staff from Governor Uzodinma, a symbol of their new status and recognition by the state government. Governor Uzodinma isn't just handing out titles, he is laying down expectations now that these rulers have been chosen by their people. He wants them to step up, especially in tackling security challenges in their communities.
Any traditional ruler has been taken to take oath to supporting security in Imo State will dethrone the traditional ruler. If I see that you are not able to manage security in your community, it means you are not capable. Therefore, what we will do is to change you. Raise vigilante. Work with the youth population in your community. Defend the community. I want your citizens, when they're sleeping at night and there is any noise somewhere, and they know that the traditional ruler is at home, they'll have sense of security because they know you will protect them.
And it seems the message is well received. Some of the new traditional rulers wasted no time in pledging their support, promising to work hand in hand with the government to maintain peace and order in the community.
Community without traditional ruler is like a ship without a captain. Now that we have been given the staff, we will see to our responsibility and ensure that our community are peaceful.
We shall do. I have to get home and consult with my people, the town union executives, the council of chiefs, and so on. We shall do everything that the government expects of us.
Beyond the pomp and ceremony, this event sends a clear message that most state governments are serious about grassroots engagement and rural development. And with these 66 new traditional rulers officially on board, that effort just got a major boost. Gift Uwagbo reporting for BeeTv News.
The cost of house rent has doubled in the cost, which has now left many stranded in the society, with some reducing their standard of living. Members of the public said this is an issue as a result of various reasons caused by the inflation in the country. BeeTv News' Glorious Isiramin has the reports.
Respondents who spoke said that the cost of renting a house has doubled in most areas in Benin City, and this depends on the agreement amongst the landlords within communities. They added that the landlords increase the rent at will, most times after major or minor renovation of the house.
Landlords that doesn't have a job, they want to increase their rent. There is also some streets, they have their fixed price for their house rent. Maybe this one is collecting 4,000 and the other one is collecting 3,000. They will disagree with the person that is allowing tenant to pay 3,000 unless they bring it to 4,000. So in all, I believe it's cost of living.
Yeah, I know. Supposed to be around see it on the one person in the area to the person in the area. But it's very good here as well. The country is very hard.
Others who spoke on behalf of landlords said that many landlords in Benin City are more or less jobless. Others who spoke on behalf of landlords said that many landlords in Benin City are more or less jobless and depend on rent from tenants to survive, and the inflation in the country is not making matters any easy for them also. They added that the cost of purchasing building materials have increased, which has also affected the cost of rent. They called on tenants to bear with them and for the government to try improve the livelihood of the people in the state and the country at large.
The problem is not about the rent anyway. I want to speak on the high cost of rent. Nigeria is the high cost of living.
But there are some landlords that actually overdo.
Yes, all those landlords, before they became a landlord, they have the mental. All their last people, or their friends, to be able, or some of them, they even carry money, carry loan somewhere else to be able to build a house. When you process the cement, cost the land, cost the water, cost the labor, and at the end, we discover the cost of rent will come in.
Residents are advised to live well, but in consideration of their budgets. Glorious Isiramin reporting for BeeTv News.
Nigerians have expressed disappointment at the Nigerian Judicial Council for rejecting a bill to sanction corrupt judges in Nigeria, as the bill will ensure the eradication of injustice and corrupt practices in the Nigerian judiciary. They also urged the Senate House to ensure they pass the bill and implement it. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mokoro has the details.
The National Judicial Council has raised concerns about a proposal by the House of Representatives to empower the Nigerian Bar Association to sanction and remove corrupt judges. On March 25, 2025, the House of Representatives passed a bill seeking to amend the 1999 Constitution by introducing provisions for the removal of corrupt judges from the judiciary. The bill proposes that the NBA should receive petitions against such judicial officers, consider the defense of the petition officer, and take further steps on the matter. Reacting to the bill, the Deputy Director of Information of the NGC, Kemi Ogedenibe, questioned the feasibility and legality of such a move, citing constitutional constraints and procedural requirements. Speaking with BeeTv News on the issue, some Nigerians urged the House of Representatives and the Senate House to ensure the bill is passed, as it will bring sanity to the judiciary system in Nigeria.
Senate need to fight for the nation, fight for the people. They need to fight for the corruption, because those judges, they are corrupt, and that is what is weighing this country down. So we need Senate to pass a bill that we need them whenever they find them guilty.
They just have to press further to make sure the bill is signed, because injustice in this country is already too much, and people are already dying of it because no law that is standing in Nigeria. So they should make sure that Any law that want to stand against corruption, any law that want to stand against injustice in this country should be signed. No matter what, they should sign it so that the citizen will have peace.
The problem be say, not be say to pass the bill, not be good thing, but they go feed one. Then themselves, now their own for start. No man now like me and you now, will not be common man because we always use that. I believe say I'm not common because I'm useful to the society. Those all this problem, and then the problem will get our Senate and our rep. If they do the right thing, now then like I go one interview, I ask one lawyer, come say how far they go. See, waiting that there are people saying now if all this election matter, all these politicians that they pay big. Come on, man, if you get that kind of big money, we will take a bribe. Now the problem, now our Senate don't get that problem.
The House of Representatives bill will not just end there, as it will pass through the Senate and the 36 state houses of assembly in the country. Balumi Mokoro reporting for BeeTv News.
The Ondo State Internal Revenue Service has presented 2 checks amounting to 42 million naira to 18 local governments in Ondo State as their share of land use charge and radio television license fee. He's speaking at the Joint State Revenue Committee. The acting chairman of the revenue organization described the gathering as a crucial platform on to harmonize policies for a more efficient, internally generated revenue system. The revenue boss added that Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has introduced digital platform to further enhance revenue collection and streamline the payments process in reacting to their disbursement. The chairman of Akure South Local Government and Algon chairman Ondo State, Benga Fashua, described the event as a landmark moment for local governments, noting that 6 months' return to local government was commendable.
We continue to display a lot of integrity and sincerity in this effort to make sure that everybody, because I told them earlier in the morning that the local government alone may not be able to collect all the available revenues within their local governments. So we need this cooperation between the local government and the Internal Revenue Service so that we can be able to comb the nooks and crannies of Ondo State to be able to assess our IGR.
They are giving the 6-month return to the local government. We applaud it. Of course, there is a rational arrangement, which is 70-30. We got for the radio and television over 20 million, as well as the land use charge, which is over 20 million too. For that, for the entire 18 local governments to be shared. Ordinarily, this is the pattern we met getting to the office, but with the report we feel is commendable and we appreciate it.
The governor of Oyo State, Seyi Makinde, advised political leaders holding different positions to do their best in giving good life to the people despite the current economic challenges facing the country. And he gave this advice shortly after hosting political leaders from the state who visited him to celebrate Eid al-Fitr. The governor noticed that the state has made significant strides in achieving peace and unity among political groups.
First, it's a difficult and challenging period, but tough times doesn't last, but tough people win. When they went for the prayer at Eid Grand, almost everybody came together. And to me, we've seen the opposite of that in Oyo State, where day before the prayer, people will say, oh, this one should not come or that one should not come. But because we have peace in the state.
Governor of Kaduna State, Uba Sani, has delivered a heartfelt message calling for unity, charity, and renewed faith. The governor affirmed his administration's commitment to transforming rural areas, upgrading urban infrastructure, and boosting security, economic growth, and empowerment programs for women and youth. Governor Sani called for prayers for President Bola Tinubu, expressing support for his economic reforms aimed at resetting Nigeria's path to prosperity. He also urged citizens to transcend communal bonds, extend generosity to the less privileged, and pray for lasting peace, progress in Kaduna State meets the current challenges. Governor of Jigawa State, Umar Namadi, has launched the distribution of 840 million naira cash to victims and families of those who lost their lives in the tragic Maijiwa tanker explosion. Each victim received 4 million naira as part of the compensation.
The funds come directly from pledges made by individuals, corporate organizations, and institutions. Initially, 1.6 billion was promised, but only 839 million has been realized so far. The chairman of the distribution committee, Hala Ibrahim, assured that the money will be fairly distributed of those who have yet to fulfill their pledges to do so. Governor Namadi, in his address, described the incident as a national tragedy with over 180 lives lost. The governor emphasized the need for transport honest, strict follow safety regulations, and once again support scoping. He also announced plan to publish the list of propelled pledges for transparency.
The incident that resulted from the tanker explosion was so devastating that over 100 persons were burned to death on the spot, all buried together in a mass grave. Also, following the swift intervention of the state government, about 90 of the victims were hospitalized in various hospitals within and outside the state, of which 36 of them were not able to survive multiple injuries they suffered from the inferno.
Governor Namadi has directed the State Empowerment and Employment Agency to train the injured, enabling them to start businesses and rebuild their lives.
There is no iota of doubt that the tanker explosion and the ensuing inferno that led to this scale of devastation in Majia town is a calamity of an unimaginable proportion. The Majia tragedy has taught us several lessons, lifelong lessons, which we hope the general public and the stakeholders, especially those involved in the transport business, should take very seriously.
A total of 134 families were affected, leaving behind 42 widows and 143 orphans. The explosions occurred on October 15th when a petrol tanker spilling fell. Tragically, some youth attempting to scoop the petrol were caught in the resulting fire. Esohe Osemegi reporting for BeeTv News.
We'll take a short break and we will be back shortly. Stay with us.
Special invitation. It's the special birthday empowerment program to celebrate an uncommon politician, a philanthropist par excellence, and the Deputy Chief of Staff to Edo State Governor in the Office of the Deputy Governor, Honorable Pius Alile, to celebrate his birthday anniversary in keeping with his tradition of adding value to the society and giving people's lives a meaning. The celebrant will be distributing motorcycles, tricycles, sewing machines, grinding machines, generators, and lots more. Date 15th May 2025. Venue Honorable Pius Alile Villa, number 1, Medical Stores Road, Benin City, Edo State. Time 9 a.m. prompt. Come join us celebrate a man who has dedicated his life to serving humanity, touching countless lives through his selfless efforts, remarkable human capacity development, creating a brighter future for all through youth and women empowerment, providing grants, scholarships and bursaries to indigent students, women in support for community development initiatives. This announcement is signed by Organizing Committee.
Obituary. The families of Osae Hoy and Pa Benjamin Ulame Zewokun of Okun Town in Evia Northeast Local Government Area Edo State cordially invites the public to the burial ceremony of their beloved daughter, sister, wife, mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother, late Mrs. Evangelist Margaret Imwetinya Ulame ni Osae Hoy, age 75. burial arrangement. Wednesday, 2nd of April 2025, 9 a.m. Body leaves Grace Plus Medical and Clinical Laboratory, number 4 Was Street, off 1st and 2nd East Circular Road, Benin City, to her husband's residence, 83A Wire Road, Benin City, to be followed by Lion Estate and service of songs at 4 p.m. 7 p.m. Family rites and interment. Saturday, 5th of April 2025, 12 noon, social dance and entertainment of family members, friends and guests at the NTA Benin Pavilion Ground, TV Road, Benin City. Sunday, 6th of April 2025, 8 a.m. Family Thanksgiving at Christ Assembly Church, number 7 First Gary Lane by Auntie Maria School Road, Benin City, to be followed by light refreshment at Paulame Family House, number 83A Wire Road, Benin City. Mommy, for us, it's a good night and not a goodbye, as we hope to see you again on the resurrection Monday. Signed, Family.
Welcome back, and now to the business news. The Nigerian Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, NETI, has said it has recovered $4.85 billion from unpaid liabilities owed by oil and gas companies in the country. NETI Executive Secretary Dr. Orji disclosed this during a press conference at the weekend. BeeTv News' Pelumi Mikore has details of this and more from the business world.
He said the recovery is part of the total $8.26 billion or 9.33 trillion naira at an exchange rate of 1,500 per dollar identified in NEIT's 2021 oil and gas audit report. He noted that the development demonstrates the agency's commitment to transparency and accountability in Nigeria's extractive sector. According to him, while significant progress has been made in recovering funds, unresolved financial liabilities remain a major concern. He lamented that despite NEITI's effort to ensure financial accountability in the oil and gas sector, several companies continue to default on payments. The NEITI boss urged the Federal Inland Revenue Service (FIRS) and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NUPRC) to take stronger enforcement actions against defaulters and adopt more stringent measures to prevent future revenue leakages. In a bid to tackle pressing economic challenges, Nigeria has secured a $500 million loan from the World Bank to support its community action for resilience and economic stimulus program. The initiative is said to be focused mainly on grassroots level interventions and is also targeted at strengthening community resilience by delivering targeted grants and livelihood support to low-income families and firms. It also seeks to improve food security and create economic opportunities for populations most affected by recent economic disruptions. According to the World Bank, the program represents a significant step towards addressing systemic vulnerabilities in Nigeria's economy. The Nigerian Economic Summit Group (NESG) has unveiled a new roadmap to drive Nigeria's economic development. Speaking at the unveiling of the new strategy at a media interactive session in Abuja at the weekend, Dr. Tayo Aduloju, Chief Executive Officer of NESG, said, with clear targets across key sectors in the short to medium term, the strategy underscores the group's commitment to actionable solutions that unlock growth and prosperity. Tagged Arc of the Possible, he explained that the new roadmap underscores the recalibration of stabilization strategies to address emerging challenges, ensuring sustainable growth and enhanced living standards. Balemi Mukoro reporting for BeeTv News.
And now to the foreign scene, where stock markets in Europe and Asia has dropped as investors react to upcoming U.S. tariffs set to take effect this week. Also, the Kremlin has downplayed tensions with the U.S. over a ceasefire in Ukraine, saying discussions with Washington are ongoing. BeeTv News Global News correspondent Rebecca Guffey tells us more on other stories from the foreign scene.
Japan's nickel index fell over 4%, while London's FTSE 100 dropped about 1% in early trading. The decline followed Trump's statement that the new tariffs will apply to all countries, not just those with large trade imbalances with the US. The tariffs, which Trump calls America's Liberation Day, will be announced on Wednesday. They will add to existing US tariffs on aluminium, steel, vehicles and all Chinese goods. The UK expects to be affected and has not ruled out imposing its own tariff in response. Meanwhile, the Kremlin has downplayed tensions with the US over a Ukraine ceasefire, saying discussions with Washington are ongoing. This comes after Donald Trump said he was very angry with Vladimir Putin over comments about replacing Ukraine's President Zelensky with a UN-backed interim government. Trump warned that he would impose secondary tariffs on Russian oil if Moscow is blamed for blocking a ceasefire, but later said he believes Putin will be good. Marine Le Pen has been banned from running for public office for 5 years, preventing her from competing in the 2027 French presidential election. She was found guilty of embezzling European funds to support her far-right National Rally RN party. While she expected a guilty verdict, she was surprised by the 5-year political ban. Le Pen received a 4-year prison sentence with 2 years suspension. And that's it from the global scene. Rebecca Goffey reporting for BeeTv News.
Big Brother Naija reality show BB Naija has announced plans to commence physical auditions for 2025 seasons. The show organizers made the announcement in an Instagram post on Saturday. BeeTv News Gift Workboy has details of this and more from the entertainment world.
The organizers explained that the audition process for this 10th edition will differ from the previous ones. Recall that aspiring contestants in the past seasons auditioned virtually. The premiere date and audition locations for this year's season has not been revealed. Big Brother Naija first introduced virtual auditions in 2019 during its 4th season for those who couldn't attend the physical auditions. Since then, the show has maintained virtual auditions. Nigerian Afropop sensation Mayor Kun has officially announced that his highly anticipated third studio album, Still the Mayor, will drop on May 2nd, 2025. This upcoming release marks another major chapter in his ever-evolving career. Since bursting into the scene under Davido's DMW label, Mayor Kun has built a reputation as a consistent hitmaker, delivering chart-dominating tracks that have cemented his place in Afrobeat. His previous projects, The Mayor of Lagos 2018 and Back in Office 2021, enjoyed both critical acclaim and commercial success, featuring anthems that took over the airwaves. With Still the Mayor, fans eagerly anticipated a blend of artistic growth and the signature infectious sound that defines his music. Lastly on entertainment, controversial media personality Ifedayo Olarinde, popularly known as Daddy Freeze, has said President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has restored his hope in Nigeria. He claimed that the president's policies have provided the citizens with a beacon of hope. He urged Nigerians to be patient with the president and his policies, emphasizing that the country faces deep-rooted challenges that will take time to resolve. Speaking in an interview with Nigerian Info FM, Lagos, Daddy Freeze said he was worried initially, but with the way this regime has handled things up till now, he is leaning towards the fact that we finally have hope in this country. And that's it on Entertainment News tonight. Gift Uwagwo reporting for BeeTv News.
A Nigerian boxer.
He had held both the national and West African heavyweight titles during his tenure. Marcus Rashford's first goal for Aston Villa inspired the 3-0 win against Preston that sent his side into the FA Cup semi-finals for the first time in 10 years on Sunday. Rashford struck twice in the second half at Deep Day to end Preston's stubborn resistance before Jacob Ramsey wrapped up Villa's long-awaited return to the last four. Villa will face Crystal Palace 3-0 winners at Fulham on Saturday in the semi-finals at Wembley on the weekend of April 26-27. Revitalized since joining Villa on loan from Manchester United during the January transfer window, Rashford is beginning to show the form that made him one of England's brightest stars prior to his steep decline over the last 2 years. Barcelona continuing their unbeaten run in 2025 with a 4-1 win over Girona that keeps Hansi Flick's men 3 points clear at the top of the table in Spain. The Catalans scored 4 times to take their tally to 139 goals in 45 games. That states that no La Liga team has ever hit before. Even Flick seemed blown away by his team's goal-scoring prowess after the match. And Sunday's match was won without Rapina, who was arguably being Barca's top performer this season, with the Brazilians still feeling the effect of a grueling international break. Yet Barca continued to plunder the goals without their brilliant Brazilian Lamine Yamal forced the opener before Robert Lewandowski backed the Braves to take his La Liga tally to 25 for the season. That's in sport news. Freeman Usawo reporting for BeeTv News.
And that is the size of our news package for tonight. Many thanks for joining us on BeeTv Major News. I am Evelyn Zibili. Thank you and have a good night.